Um, so I hope everyone's doing well and enjoying the festive season. I know that there's so much going on right now in our world um, with inflation, with everything. I hope that you have found a place that you can find joy, and that's hard to find at this time. But it's worth finding those little moments. So what's been going on with me? Went and had my last ALS clinic a week from last Friday. So was it December 4th? No, the 3rd. It's a Friday, whatever. It all runs together, doesn't it? So I know that the Koya clinical trial will be starting, and they're going to be doing several different dosages, and hopefully once that gets through the FDA and the board decides to put it in the Healy platform. They did raise the money for it to go in the Healy platform, so that is so awesome. So hopefully this Koya pretrial that the FDA is requiring, because the first set was such a small number, they want to try multiple doses to see which one they'll use, and hopefully this is streamlining and it gets out and more people get to try it, and let's hope it goes really well and it goes through phase 2 to phase 3 to approval, because I really believe that this one is going to be one that's going to be a good treatment for ALS. So for me, I'm out of clinical trials right now. I am, they told me I could start my Redazole again, and just living life. The holidays, as you know, the last time I had a video, sorry, I need to get a drink. You know, I was still having some things with, you know, heavy stuff with losing family members and all that, and with the holidays, you know, it's just got through that, you know, setting no expectations for the holidays. I think that's really the biggest thing. You know, you just take it day by day and not put too much, because it's not about the monetary, it's not about, you know, what we've lost, it's about what we do have. And that's hard at times, because when you've lost people, the holidays are harder. But, you know, I'm just trying to find the joy. So sweet. This week, my husband set up the Christmas trees, and I decorated them. And my daughter, when we came home, she said it just feels so cozy with the Christmas trees, and that's really a beautiful thing. Not that I really was feeling that festive to put them up or to do anything, but it's about the young ones. It's about, you know, my daughter, my granddaughter, my oldest daughter. Of course, my oldest daughter put her Christmas tree up on December 2nd. It's like ahead of me. December 6th is my best friend's birthday, so went and spoiled her. You know, got a good massage for her. You know, she's like, well, why don't you get a massage? You know, me being spastic, I'm predominantly upper motor neuron, dominant ALS still. I do have symptoms in the lower motor neurons. So whether it be the hemifacial cramps or the fact that my left side is weaker, my left leg is weaker. Like tonight, we went to my husband's Christmas party at the bowling alley, and it's not something I can do. Isn't that sad? Even with the 4-pound ball, I mean, I can think about how I can still walk, but it's precarious at times. But trying to balance that and do that's not something I can do anymore. I mean, I can't even say I could do it really great before, but you know, after some lessons I had last week, had so much fun. My best friend is going shopping, and of course I do my stuff online, so I've given her company, and you know, we're all going through things. Her mother is getting towards the end of her life, which is my second mom, and you know, I know with my mother and when my father was passing, that community and having support during that time is really important. So I was there with her, and she had a great birthday, yay! But I didn't get a massage because, you know, we've had this bipolar weather here. It has been, you know, the kind of weather where you use the AC one part of the day and the heater the other part of the day. It's odd. Texas has weird weather. But when the weather gets below 50 degrees, when it gets below 40 degrees, I'm stiffer, and I've had a lot more spasticity. And when I'm spastic, my muscles are so hard. They're just, it's like almost like I turn into stone. And I've tried to get massages at that time, and it's more like they move my skin, not the muscles. Not worth it. I have my sister that passed gave me this lovely gift certificate of a lot of money to go to Massage Envy, and they use the massage guns on me, and they still couldn't manipulate much of my muscles. So I find that, you know, they say warm, moist heat helps. It does. You know, for my birthday, chose a beautiful present from a gift card of a beautiful, warm electric blanket that's nice and snuggly, and that really does help. You know, I've noticed that I am on the highest dose of baclofen. I'm on 80 milligrams. You can't really go much higher. And they've talked about if I was having more difficulty than that, doing a baclofen pump, which the side effects of that spook me. Yes, I'm a retired nurse, and yes, you know, I'm a PALS person with ALS, and I know that the worst doesn't always happen, and it's just me and my particular ickies, you know. But if I feel the icky, I'm gonna listen to my gut. I don't want an intrathecal baclofen pump. If they go dry, they can have problems, and it's just not something I want to do. It's kind of like I don't want a trach, and I don't want a feeding tube. You know, for years, I've taken care of trachs. I've taken care of feeding tubes, and dealt with feeding tubes that had the irritation around this insertion site, whether they're peg or they're gastric. And knowing how sensitive my body is, and my skin is sensitive, I just don't want to do that, you know. I'm thankful that I'm a very slow progressor, but I'm just going to go along with the natural course of it. You know, yes, if there's medication, like doing the clinical studies, I never expected to be in one, but I happened to be chosen for one, and they told me they chose me because they could see by my blood that I was going down, and they were expecting me to progress quicker. And it interrupted it, so yay, I have longer, and I will take what I have, and I will enjoy what I have. Even when I'm sad, I'm grateful to be here. So, I am just trying to be as present as I can, finding my center. You know, it's like, that is so hard when you get pulled 1,000 different directions. You know, I know that I've made a difference and, you know, progressed a little bit to where, you know, I have to be very careful. I'm calling myself the paper tiger. You know, I was like, I'm a paper tiger. I looked it up, and yeah, that's exactly what I am. Fearsome, but ineffectual. Actually, I still am effectual. I can still make a difference. I went, and I'm in a part of an organization that helps, I advocate for reduction in gun violence as being a gun violence survivor. And yes, I have ALS, and it's a different thing from ALS, but while I have my voice, you know, if I can prevent someone from having the same issues I had, I will. I did the human library, and that was awesome. I talked to about 150 people, and I'm going to write a recommendation for a grant to reduce inner city violence and different organizations. So I'm one of those people that's like, okay, I know a person that's a survivor that runs a group, and I wanted to put, you know, boots on the ground and see what it was. Made some baby baskets up, which were lovely, and you know, you have all these people, all these different organizations coming together to help this, the organization for it. And, you know, you see people going around you, and it's like, okay, well, let me try to lift some boxes. You know, they're light. oh my God, the next day I was in so much pain. It's kind of like when I was trying to grab the Christmas tree and, you know, move things around, and it's a pencil tree, and I pulled my shoulder because I've been very spastic in my shoulders and my neck, and that was terrible. I couldn't lift my right arm. You know, it was, you know, looking it up. Oh, it's probably my deltoid muscle, which is your shoulder, which makes sense because that's what's been really giving me trouble. I talked to a physical therapist. I got more exercises, physical therapy exercises I could do, you know, going back that way, leaning my neck to the side and to the other side, and you know, doing different things for my back and my lower back. And it's like, okay, you know, I can do that, and that has helped loosen some of it. It's just part of it, you know. This is what's going to be the winter. It's going to be me stiff and going ow, ow, ow. But hey, you know, it's kind of having ALS, and I am lucky that I'm not a fast progressor. Some people get diagnosed and are gone within 6 months. Some people are diagnosed, because it can take up to 2 years to get the ALS diagnosis. For me, with having the genetic form of ALS, it was quicker because I've had family members that have, and I've had 2 die of ALS. My father had a related form with a dementia with symptoms of MND. So I knew that, you know, when I had the symptoms I had, that what it was. Being so, I don't know, it's my sister, when she got diagnosed with breast cancer, she's like, and, you know, they send her to a psychologist. How can you just acknowledge it? It's like, I don't know, I think being raised by a Marine, you know, it's, you know, kind of one of those things that you're ready to face it. Okay, you get it, and let's go on. So I knew what it was, and I talked to my husband, you know, I get counseling, especially with everything that I have been going through. I think that when you are having a hard time, when you are feeling overwhelmed or grieving, sometimes it helps to talk to a professional. And I think that, you know, the past 2 years with everything I've dealt with, having a psychologist, a counselor, has been really helpful for me. You know, I talked to my husband, you know, how is he dealing with me having ALS? And he's been happy because he said that from when I was diagnosed, I've been around a lot longer than what they thought, which is true. And he's glad that it's going slow. You know, he's been very compassionate, so I'm very lucky to have him. One day I'd like to get him on a video and have him talk about what it's like to be married to somebody with ALS. You know, it's just the night, you know, kind of going out and having the Christmas party, and it's just seeing him and my daughter bowl. You know, my daughter, my youngest, has more of her father's thing. I've never been a good bowler. You know, she's making full strikes, you know, doing that. And it's like, wow, you know, you inherited that from your daddy. But it's just really neat, you know. It's just nice to be out among people. You know, that's one thing that ALS does do. It isolates you, whether you can do things or whether you have the opportunity and a good day that you can. I was recommended by my physical therapist, you know, I have the do it, you know, why you do it or lose it. And she's like, you can't be too rough, because if you do too much, you can progress faster or lose strength. So she recommended that if I get tired towards the end of the day, to use my power chair. I still have to learn how to go around corners in my power chair. And I've had to patch walls. So just blessed to have one. And so I talk about people, you know, it's like you can get the electric wheelchairs, and they're not as expensive. They're running from anywhere from $1,800 to usually in the mid twos, $2,220, you know, up to $3,000. And they're great, but if you have ALS and you're starting to progress to where you need assistance with ambulation, whether that be a walker or in a chair, you want to go ahead and order your power chair, get the order from your neurologist, and whether they send you or not, sent to a wheelchair clinic with my original neurology team. And that was right around the time, it was right in the early part of the pandemic. So it was about 6 months. So power chairs can take 6 months to a little bit longer to actually get modified to you. So when you start seeing that you may be getting close to using it, go ahead and ordering it. Thankfully, Medicare now pays for the elevator, the lift. The Gleason Foundation blessed me for that. And our Team Gleason is a wonderful thing. Wonderful, wonderful. They helped me record my virtual voice. And I don't know. Symptoms of ALS. I'm having more things difficult to, tonight I was eating a salad and a piece of lettuce stuck. I'm having issues with some things that are a little bit rougher to swallow. I know my neurologist said that if the speech therapist thought I needed to have a swallow study to do that. I've already done one swallow study. Of course, that was like 2 years ago. I passed it. I don't know if, I have to feel, sometimes I don't know if it's real. I have to talk to a doctor about it. But I feel like sometimes my spasticity gets my esophagus, if that makes sense. I mean, there's muscles around it. It could. But I know the swallow issues can be a problem, and, dietary adjustments. I do take my uber healthy power shakes. High protein diet, high calorie. With diabetes, I have to be careful of the calories. Though I was losing weight, but thank goodness for eggnog. I absolutely love eggnog. So that helped. I was losing weight, and the eggnog helped put it back on. I don't know. I saw they do have eggnog protein powder, but it's like $56. It's like, oh. Inflation. I was talking to a family member that's in the financial realm, and they, they are talking about de-inflation, helping reduce that. So hopefully that starts happening soon. And it will. I mean, here in the United States, it's bad. Groceries went up 14%, but, you'd have to look at what happened in Venezuela, what's happened in other areas. It's like, I know in England and in other countries, it is severe. So we will get through this. The inflation will happen. Things will happen. It's just wars going on, whether it's in the Middle East or in the Ukraine. I don't know. There's so many people having such major difficulty. I wish peace on everybody. Trying to find peace here. I've just been kind of toddling around, stiff as anything, but just, pulling the Christmas tree and, spreading my arm. It's like one of those things, it's like, I hope it comes back. And it did. It's just really realizing that while I look great standing here, I don't have, or sitting, I'm not standing. I look great, but in actuality, I am not as strong as I was even a year ago. I did gain strength through the study, and I don't know. I think I'm having a hard time with not being able to do the things I used to do. It's like you initially have a hard time. Like I had to retire from nursing because I couldn't function. Nurses are required to lift 50 pounds in most jobs, at least, and I can't do that. I was afraid to do a 4-pound bowling ball just today. Well, the balance of doing it, and you know, I don't want to throw my shoulder out again. You know, lifting a light box caused me issues. It's just, I have to say, I can be thankful that I have not yet lost the use of my arms. I have not yet lost the full use of my legs. That is something I should be have gratitude for. And I'm starting the practice of looking for things to be grateful for and finding those each day, trying to find more things to be curious about, more things to expose myself to. You know, it's like it's one thing with my best friend. She's been doing the shopping, and I have my Zoom life. You know, it's like, that's the most wonderful thing about the pandemic. For those of us that are more housebound, you can still talk to people and go different places just online. It's wonderful that way. But just doing that, I'm preparing for Christmas. If you pray or if you can send positive vibes, I put one of my husband's gifts somewhere. I don't know where it is, so I need to find it. The good thing is I found things I hid last year for presents I can wrap and put under the tree, but I really want to find this gift for him. You know, it's just smaller Christmas, and that's okay. You know, what I do on Boxing Day, the day after Christmas, is I go to Hallmark. And you know, there's always these, like, you get when they open, there's always like these people, lines of people going after the ornaments. I used to get a snowman and recordable books. I record books for my granddaughter, and it was so sweet. You know, I had a little video that my daughter sent me of her, you know, Oma, 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 you know, listening to my voice, and she enjoys that. And you know, she only lives 4 hours away, but you know, just those little things, I think that will count when I'm gone, that they can hear my voice. And a whole advent calendar of books. My youngest taught me not to give chocolate because the chocolate would be gone. So she's got stitch socks. Yes, the socks. It's kind of cute. 11 is such an age, you know, she's growing and she's kind of like that teenager thing. But very, very sweet, you know. They're all into the phones though, and now they're talking with their friends and doing this and that. And, you know, she's got her little bonus points and submitting her art for rodeo art. She wants to do a painting with me. You know, I used to paint a lot. So we're gonna work on a painting together over the Christmas holidays. That's gonna be nice, you know, and those little special memories. So, getting her room redesigned and that, you know, having my older daughter and my son-in-law, they're going to be down for Christmas, which is going to be lovely. You know, my husband and I, what we do on Christmas dinner is we go to Chinese food, a nice Chinese buffet. I just try to do the small things, you know, just like doing the painting with my daughter. I don't know what my oldest daughter wants to do, but, you know, with my little granddaughter, she's really into Paw Patrol, and there's something with kitties that she's into. So, you know, all those little special things, you know, they're so special. Of course, my son-in-law's birthday is 2 days after, and I have a nephew born on the 27th, and aunt on the 26th. But, you know, try to make their birthdays within the Christmas holiday. My cousin was going to be on the 1st, but they're going to apparently do it in January. Though I have a retreat I have to go on one of the weekends of January. Just think about it. I mean, we're just about done with 2023. You know, I can be sad about things, but oh my goodness, there's been a lot this year. I completed part of the clinical study. I got brought back into the clinical study, and it was extended. I went to Chicago. I went to, you know, got to go to San Antonio and have fun with my family. went to see Duran Duran. I went to see the Machine K. I went to see bands that I really love. Though Access tickets, do not trust them. I was going to see Peter Gabriel, and apparently somewhere in the thing in the neither world, those tickets went, and they still wanted my $90 for disabled and parking. And I got my money back through PayPal. One thing I always do if I'm going to do a company that I'm not sure of, I go through PayPal protection. Other people I've seen after reading reviews had to fight with their bank to get their money back. But they basically, I paid and they never gave me my ticket. I will never use Access tickets ever again. It was connected to the Toyota Center here in Houston, which was the site the concert was going to be at, and was. I missed it, but I'm hoping they record it, and I can buy the recording of it. But I got to see Dave Matthews. I took my youngest to see her first Dave Matthews show. I do the Dave Matthews couch tour, and I got to see a concert in South Africa. It was like right between Botswana and Zimbabwe, so right around that part in South Africa. But it was wonderful, 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 wonderful. So that's what's going on, just kind of, you know, still existing, still living. Finding the joy in the season, you know, trying to strip it back from all the material things and just making the memories and the times, enjoying things. You know, that's really what I find is helpful. You know, this year I did my elf tree, and we have a teenage, well, he's like, what, 23-week-old kitten, and okay, I'll just say it. So on my Christmas trees, when we've had cats, I use pepper spray in my tree. I've done it for years, and eventually the cats just leave the trees alone. Well, with this little kitten, he's a little rambunctious, so I got shatterproof, you know, just shatterproof bulbs. You know, I have so many ornaments that I just absolutely adore, and I don't want to put anything that might be broken. I've done that before. Once came home from work, and this is before we had like the smartphones. I came out and 2 cats were jumping out of the tree before it exploded, and I used to collect all the little glass candles and put them around my tree. And I can't tell you how many of them broke and how many of my precious ornaments broke. So I don't do that with young cats anymore. And I found out, you know, pepper spray. So a little bit, I did a Harry Potter tree with the floating candles. I'm not quite done. I haven't had the flying keys on it. I'll include a picture after this video. But, you know, he batted a thing. I said, no, psst. He got away. He did it again. No, psst. He got away. And then the cat looked at me and batted an ornament. I'm like, went and did the pepper spray. Away from that. This time I was putting things on the other tree. I should have thought better and done it after I decorated, but I didn't. So my arm stung for a little bit. So I talked to the cats and warned them about it, but they don't speak English. And that's the elf tree, and I have, you know, ornaments all over it, special ones, and up high. Did that, lovely. And I found, you know, all the different things with pepper. They say use milk, tried milk. Use milk of mag or Malanta, tried that, didn't work. Looked it up, and, you know, some say I found afterwards, use butter. I used vegetable oil, and vegetable oil actually helped. So did that, washed with dish soap, did that. It stopped. I can't imagine being sprayed in the face with that. Ouch. But suffer for beauty. But it's cute. It looks good. My daughter says it makes it feel cozy. You know, I have all the singing Hallmark. I've been collecting them. The snowmen, little singing musical ones. So have them around the house. You know, it's really cute with the little ones that like to see the things. So did that. You know, it's like just little bits of things to be festive. I made jingle bells to hang on the porch for my husband hang on the porch. And know, I'm a little bit slow on this because I've been so busy, so many things I've been doing. I have to do the garland. I get the cheap garland, and then I just, you know, decorate it, spray glue, sprinkle, hot glue some ornaments on it. It's not as pretty. I've had to do a lot of correction than I used to be able to do. So I used to be able to do things that were just a little more elevated, but I can still do some things. So I should be really grateful for that, and I am. Just having fun, you know, it's like the days that you can find it, it's important. And that's what's happening. Yeah, I'm choking a little bit more often. I'm spastic. I can't really do a lot, but hey, I'm still here, and that's what matters. Well, I hope you guys can find something that makes you happy and find something that makes you feel good. You know, it's okay. You know, there's no pressure, you know, no expectations. Plan it without expectations. But just find some time to enjoy yourself. Find some time to enjoy something you enjoy. And thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's just what's up today, but I hope you have a wonderful day. And if you can find the beauty in your day, it's there. It is. Whether it is listening to a beautiful song, reading, praying, meditating, taking a walk, taking a ride. Just find the beauty. It's there. All right. Bye, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.